Last night I decided to spend the night outdoors in the company of Meeko, the pony of my life, in his field near to where I live. First the sky was cloudy, but I silently asked for stars, and lo and behold, some started to appear until the sky was full of them. I was looking up at them as they were looking down on me. Eventually Meeko got comfy, and I decided to go and get my sleeping bag and lay out under the stars. I really appreciated that they had somehow answered my request, even though all I did was observe there were no stars and silently wish they were there. Being honest about my lack of emotion gave me strength and surety to just be without any concern or judgment and kind of flow. Yes, I still went and had a cigarette and a can of Coca-Cola, which made me think it would be impossible to sleep, so then I decided to go and see Meeko. He was awake and munching on grass close to the entrance of the field. At some point while I was out with him, something else popped into my head, which is why I'm here speaking to you now. It basically came to remembering what I had said previously in the last video, where I said, when I say I love you, I think it's a big fat lie. I'm not sure whether that is a reflection of the love that we experience here on planet Earth or of myself, but I do know that the love that is in existence on planet Earth is a superficial kind of love. It isn't real. It's one that looks good from the outside, but when you get into nitty-gritty, you realise it's actually not love at all, because you only get that love if you conform to their ideals, and even then you're still at risk. Like the prize pig at a country show, if there is genuine love there, which I doubt, it isn't unconditional love, which is the only true kind of love that exists. The opposite of love is the word hate. Now, from what I understand, hate actually translates as meaning lack of understanding. At some point between waking up properly and feeling too tired to wake up, I had an epiphany with the question, what is the difference between hate and fear? They say that we must face our fears to become stronger, and I am encouraged to face mine. But what is the difference? Does fear come from the same place as hate? I'm encouraged to believe that it does. Well, that's easy. All we have to do is develop a better understanding of something or another in order to feel less afraid. Although we will reach a point with this, because the way an individual chooses to live may or may not sit well with how we view the world and how we would like it to be. For example, let's say I was faced with Donald Trump, a man who enjoys killing wild non-humans, polluting the environment, and being pretty offensive and degrading to women, whatever their relationship is to him. But seems to have quite a romantic relationship with other men whom he has respect for and who show him approval. This is just what I've seen, and I'm making guesses here. I haven't looked into details of some of his meetings with so-and-so, and frankly I couldn't give a crap. It was all bullshit anyway, and nothing to do with me as far as I can tell. In order to understand this man, I may look at his star sign, his Chinese year, and the way he treats the environment, which is essentially his home. While he justifies the destruction of it, while others will suffer as a result because of his decision to allow, for example, the Dakota pipeline, which I hear has already leaked, despite the warnings the protesters gave in the beginning about that, which will lead to wildlife destruction and people without water. None of the details of star sign, the Chinese year, and the way it treats the environment would tell me about what kind of group his soul is from. Being able to understand the man or soul behind Donald Trump would not necessarily mean that in the end I would like him any better, but if explored thoroughly, I would be unable to say I hated him. But the ideals and beliefs that he stands for is another conversation. The ideals and beliefs that it is acceptable to kill and maim other creatures that belonged to this earth before he did suggests that he perceives himself as more important than other creatures and other humans who believe killing creatures is wrong. He also reports trophy hunting, a sport where killing a creature with a gun is deemed worthy of an award and the lifeless body is turned into a statue to be remembered forevermore. Though his actions may offend and upset some, certainly when if I had tears I would cry, some of my life was spent on the mountain lion who fell over the mountain with a hunting dog when I realised he was perhaps the last one in the wild and I hadn't realised. His actions represent a vast majority of individuals who perceive themselves as more important than other creatures who exist here on Earth, and in school I was taught about the food pyramid with humans depicted as number one. Since then, the world has changed quite considerably. Now we're looking at a world where being vegan or living a plant-based lifestyle is very possible, and you don't have to just eat what others call rabbit food, although there's nothing wrong with that. Now we're looking at the actions of others and ourselves to justify why we do something. Although right now it's definitely important to concentrate on our own path and choices, I definitely seek to live in a world where unity is achieved and where harmony is a daily occurrence in the lives of all living creatures regardless of who they are or what species they are. As I'm not from here, I don't have favourites. Used to when I was little and I had no idea where I was from, but now I see myself and all the creatures on earth as equal to myself because each creature has earned his or her right to be here, and yet the reason I listen to them over others is because I have learnt through past lives and through reminders in this life. The creatures of Mother Earth or Gaia are our elders, which mean they are wiser than we are, which means whatever they say is more true above all else. When I was a little girl, learning about the creatures of this world was my favourite thing to do. I had an entire encyclopedia which I collected pages of every month and enjoyed putting each creature in its proper place according to the class and order that is established here on Earth. Of course I had favourites back then, and some of them are hard for me to now as favourites, putting a smile on my face, hearing their sounds, and in moments when I needed a boost of their energy, their rooms would give me that. Though it's hard for me to accept the violent and destructive world we live in here, and told Sirius is a peaceful place and I'm not sure any of the sheep meat, though I still have to do research on that. But on my soul level, I'm told I don't deal well with aggression or confrontations. You can imagine how quick it took for my soul to become submerged by ego as a means of protection against the world and my own family who did the best they knew how to do, and I'm very grateful for a lot of what they taught me, and it's not their fault, and in a way they are victims of the society that exists here. I've got friends, I've had friends in the past that have told me to give up trying to wake them up because it'll never happen, until I let go of the fear that this world would mean some kind of terrible end to them and myself. My childhood is very strange, even though I can't quite put my finger on it. You might want to call them demons, if there is a God who knows what I'm talking about. This gets me back to fear. Before I said that fear and hate are essentially the same. Back in the day when idiots decided to invade America and disrupt the indigenous people living there, that was based on fear, and seeing them interacting with the spiritual and natural world in a way that they couldn't comprehend. I'm biased in my like of indigenous Native American people because their way of life is the kind of community that I could believe in and become part of if I was given the choice to go there now. Their culture is fairly similar to shamanism. I say there's no disrespect, as I'm aware there are differences, but the basic roots and practices are the same. You could actually explain the progression of human culture through shamanism as it is the oldest religion, if you want to call it that, but it's nothing like the kind of mind-controlling bullshit the rest of the world has. I decided I can have absolutely nothing to do with religion whatsoever. It sets too many rules and regulations and manipulations to be able to function properly, which, as Till Swan says, is as your authentic self. I'm still getting to the bottom of exactly what that is, because I've been away from myself for so long, and I've been influenced by so much until realising some truths about who I am may explain why I have felt like an alien in every single situation in my life, and my obsession over another, especially when you mentioned the word star. Yes, there were periods of my life where I would ride horses, and I would have the time of my life, riding horses who were going crazy, bucking and rearing and cantering backwards and all sorts. I felt accomplishment being able to stay on a horse and mastering the ability to balance despite the odds. There's also a moment I see now as the horse being real with me and not afraid to show how he feels about the situation, which I understand better now that I've met Meeko, pony in my life, and tells me that no horse or pony wants to be ridden. I've been encouraged to face my fears of late, which was originally why I started talking about this. But the fear is also a lack of understanding. And first of all, I need to make a list of all the things I'm afraid of and attempt to understand the reason behind that fear. So here it is, my fears. Escalators, going downstairs, clowns, creepy little girls, demons, although I think I'm friends with most of them now, guns, water, swimming, audiences, public speaking, meat eaters in human form who consume meat produced in a factory farm or use a gun to kill their food. So, my fear of escalators and stairs are pretty similar. Having perhaps been to hell before in a past life, perhaps because of the belief system at the time, where there's nothing but religion and alternative methods of spirituality were not accepted or dismissed like a naughty schoolboy. I was told by a psychic in my last human life on earth, things ended very badly and I took my own life, which resulted in me going to hell. However, I have had recurring memories of my time before starting this life in this body, and it's very different from how the psychic described my past life, which I find interesting because I had confirmations in this life by some who knew who I was before I even said a word. This means I have had experience of hell, makes explain why my year of the snake describes me as from the fires of hell. Been there, done that. Understanding this fire doesn't necessarily mean the fear is overcome. I can go downstairs while holding on to the banister, but the other day I tried going downstairs. I tried going down an escalator in Wilkinson. I lifted my foot on it to put on the moving step, and as soon as I touched it, I panicked, dropping some of the items and watching as it went down the escalator by itself. If I could feel embarrassment, I would have. In the end, I had to go down the stairs and collect them at the bottom. This fear will take a little overcoming, but the next time I go to Wilkinson, I will attempt to go down the escalator, even if it means I fall all the way down, because I'm not afraid of pain. Clowns. Not sure why really in this life. I've only ever seen children's clowns and the ones we associate with fun. I think it must be the face painting, the fakeness of the appearance, and not being able to believe what is seen, as well as the combination of loud, squeaky objects that are annoying and pointless. I also have dreams when I was younger about a past life as a zebra, in which I was molested by a clown. Whether or not that is true, I have no idea, but it may explain my reason why I've been afraid of clowns. Creepy little girls. This is a big one. An ex of mine thought it would be hilarious to show me a video of absolutely nothing, and then all of a sudden the most horrible face of a girl you've ever seen. I don't remember exactly how she looked now. Thankfully, my mind has erased it from my memory, although I'm sure if I tried, I would be able to find it. My reaction was that I screamed louder than I think I ever had in my life, and broke down in tears. This is in front of someone I really liked, thought was super hot, and the last thing in the world I wanted to be doing was that. I didn't know until later that this may be because I'm a Sagittarius, and showing what the Sagittarians can perceive to be weakness such as this is a big no-no. The reason I was afraid of creepy little girls like that is because for a few years, when I was growing up in the first house we lived in this city, I was visited by a girl whose face I never saw, but who would visit me every night, and though I would not sleep from fear, I also could not move. I would lie there crunched up, hiding my face and making myself sweat, just to avoid the possibility of seeing or hearing her approaching. Once the light had gone off, I was too afraid to get out of bed to switch it on again, and if I needed to go to the toilet, I would simply lie there until the morning rather than risk bumping into her. If I had tried to wake my parents when I was afraid before, they either didn't wake up or being in with them was a whole other experience altogether, which I would rather not talk about. Eventually I decided the only way I would be able to carry on, as I hadn't slept properly for so long, I wasn't able to sleep during school. Parents were also going on at me for not doing much because they didn't understand I hadn't slept. Kept putting it down to minor reasons, telling me it was all in my head, but I knew it wasn't, and funny enough, after that ex showed me a picture of the face of a creepy girl. One New Year's Eve, when I was really hurt and upset, he left me on my own for New Year's Eve. She appeared in the corner of the room. This time she was more grown up, and she was there almost keeping company, feeling my sorrow at being alone. That's when I realised that whether originally or not, she had become a friend and an ally to me because she saw me face up to her, and I did. One night when I was lying there, absolutely terrified, I got the courage to scream, "Leave me alone!" or words to that effect. I don't remember exactly. I did open my eyes and face her. I don't remember whether I saw her in person and in that moment, but I knew that she wasn't going to visit me any longer. Although it took me several weeks or months to convince myself of that altogether. The reason I'm still afraid of creepy little girls now is because they represent what needs healing in the world that I do not know how to heal. When I faced the creepy girl who visited me, whether she was a demon or what, when I faced her, all that happened is I became less afraid of her. It didn't mean that the cause of what created her to begin with was healed. If you think of it like this, like a tiger who lived in a circus all his life, being beaten by a whipmaster for Rick, and each of the scars on his body is now imprinted in the memory so that he is changed from the original he was. So in order to restore him to his original self, he would need to heal everything about each of the scars on his body. Exactly what happened, the emotions and the way it made him feel, which I'm told are different things. Well, a creepy little girl, demon or not, represents something I still don't even understand where she came from. Was she a creation of one of my parents that followed them around, that sought me out because I was awake consciously? Or did she seek me out because I was the only one awake in the area who would receive her? I'm curious to know about this. I'm unable to ask my parents because conversations about being different are seen as a lifestyle choice as opposed to a reality. Although I think my mum knows way more than she lets on, or is so conditionally programmed she doesn't know, but the reason why it's not okay to talk about it is a bit like playing ping pong with a duck. You're never going to get there. Recently I've moved into a bungalow, which is a lovely property. I've nicknamed Pixie. The garden's called Erica, which I've planted sunflower seeds in the border, waiting for them to emerge. After a period of very interesting and tear-jerking moments recently, in which I thought everyone was essentially dead, I could see spirits in the faces of others when I wasn't directly looking at them. So I didn't know whether the original human was actually there or not, or what had happened. My own pony Meeko one morning had hollow eyes and was running around the field like a pony possessed, and he had flies all around him, like in the ring before he was about to appear. Have you ever seen that? It was certainly an omen anyway, and I had no idea what to do at all. A variety of utterly bizarre things kept happening. Everything I was seeing was bizarre, freaky, and made me question absolutely everything, whether I was even real or dead or alive, or what the fuck I was. Since then, she had visited me and stared at me, but I haven't been afraid, and she's almost peaceful now. Like she just misses me and is lonely, rather than malicious and out to get me. Maybe she didn't realise who or what I was until recently, and now has clarity about herself from all of this. And I also have clarity that there is no such thing as death for the soul. There's also been a lot of miraculous and bizarre events occurring all over the place, so I'm not sure whether humans even exist anymore. Somehow they've been healed, or their original source of suffering and pain has been healed, and they no longer serve their master or their own broken souls anymore. Or they found peace within the world as it is right now. Thank you for all their actions. Thank you for all the actions in regard to this, because there has been a way of waking up people. There has to be a way of waking up people without scaring the Jesus out of them. Anyway, you get the idea. Now that I understand where the fears come from, does this mean it goes away? Well, I have clarity on the situation now, and seeking to be honest is where I find that I am able to find golden moments in my life where I thought yesterday I thought there was absolutely nothing to be proud of. Facing up to a demon has to be one of them. I hope this helps you understand yourself and the world around you much better, where all separation and disunity is caused by fear or hate. which both are a lack of understanding. When you understand this, you see the whole world is full of love. The only thing to do then is to remove the conditions placed on ourselves in believing in illusions. Right now, I am not at my best. I have many past lives and toxins and poor nutrition to remove from my body, whilst all I have available to me is more foods that are not best suited to the human body. It's time to get brave and facing my fears by admitting to what they are. I'm told, as a starseed, I actually don't have any fear at all. So these fears that I have right now have been created since I've been here on Earth in this body. It's very important to find out what soul groups you are from. All the other information is useful, but doesn't define who you are. It's your soul that will give you clues to your life purpose. You can do an Akashic record or find a psychic. I advise a lady called Ali Mata, who kindly helped me to know my soul group, which I had no idea what to do with at the time. Thought she was talking gobbledygook, showing how far removed from my original self I've been. The journey back to my original self is going to be an interesting one, but I'm learning that I can trust myself as I have the right idea about things despite all the information telling me otherwise. I am starting to see what I may be here to do given my position, but I have to be patient with myself and transforming, otherwise I won't be ready. We've come so far already, and I can see the world is changing, people waking up, and there's lots of videos on awakening. Spider was under my door this morning, reminding me to bring my dreams into reality. I then don't remember my dreams last night. I stepped under the stars, and it felt wonderful. Jesus kept me company, depending on what was going through my mind, whether consciously or not, trying to figure out exactly how to engage with the world around me. I saw a video today, and nothing is accidental, about starseeds. There's a message encouraging me and reminding me that I'm fearless, and if I feel emotions, it's actually other people or creatures. This explains why none of the things I'm doing to recover emotionally have had any impact whatsoever, although because I am still consuming the diet which is unhealthy or unsuitable for this body, I cannot be in my optimum health. I have a lot of research to do about what food starseeds need to eat, and the lifestyle I need to live. Thank you very much.